Alright, hey guys, welcome back. This is C-Rock. Here we are back in the Great War mod with the France campaign. Alright? And here we are with Germany trying to take back this area. And I'm just going to go ahead and set up my troops. And then fight them. And I'm going to set them up in the big long line here and have the sharpshooters on the side. I have quite a bit of artillery for this battle, and they have quite a bit of cavalry actually for this battle, surprisingly. I did not expect how much cavalry they had, so they're going to go ahead and come charging on in with their cavalry at the beginning here. You know. And we can hear all the sounds of that artillery. So they're moving their cavalry all the way to the as you can see, they're just charging on in with their cavalry. The one thing you're not supposed to do. And here I have my reinforcements also coming on in too, this battle, because I have reinforcements in this battle. They're coming in from the town, and we can see that they're charging on in, and they're getting shot all down. Ooh, that charge did not go well. It looks like it. Yep. They tried to get over the. Ooh, I just took a big hit there from the their artillery on one of my guns. But they tried to go over the trenches with their horses, and that didn't turn out as they planned it to be. Turn out. As I try to bring this one unit group around to go ahead and go through the back to distract and take out their artillery. And we're going to go ahead and bring these guys around probably too. Inch around the edges. As they're protecting their artillery over here pretty well. Actually, I can't move out against them with these guys because they have their cavalry right there. And all the dead horses right there on the ground. Oh, nope. I probably could have protected these guys with more horses, but I did take out a few of them. I did turn some of my artillery to go ahead and aim at them. And we are still taking out quite a bit of their artillery there. And nice little blast on their infantry too. And now we're going to go ahead and they're engaging me over here on the left. I'm going to go ahead and fight them there. I continue to bring up my reinforcements. And we've kept my general in the woods over here. But we're going to go ahead and move him away because I think he lost a guy there. So we kind of want to keep him out of fire. But I haven't decided where to put him yet. And I think those are kind of good cover for him. And they're still trying to attack me with their with their horses. They just lost them all. A classic World War I mistake. Charge in with your cavalry right into a bunch of gunmen. Reminds me of the movie War Horse, right? In there, you know. Anyway, kind of losing over here on this side. They are mopping up my infantry quite well, which is kind of surprising. Anyway, and now I kind of got tired of having these guys stay back, so I kind of decided to move them on up to go ahead and take on the artillery over there and the cavalry. So we're going to end up having to move my reinforcements over here at full speed. But continue to move up over here on this side and take out his other cavalry piece over here. They're I'm surprised they didn't charge me earlier. I guess they weren't thinking of doing that. Being engaged here by the other German line that got too close to my front line there. And their cavalry here just don't do anything. They just stay where they are. Stay a little too put, right? We just end up mowing them all on down. They probably could have done some damage to a few of my units there. But they didn't, thankfully. I'm just continuing to shell the crap out of their infantry there. Now that I have the ability to shell them with all 4 artillery units there. And that does quite a bit of damage. We're going to have these guys take out these artillery units over here. Now that I've taken out the cavalry. And my troops in the background there are still retreating. One of them still wavering or retreating. And the other 2 have come back from retreating. That's good news. They're going to go ahead and take on these guys. At the edge over there. And it seems like we're firing on these guys. It seems like we're having trouble firing over the trenches. I don't know. I understand the sign of light here. The sign of fire there. Anyway. And then once we finish up with these artillery units, we'll go ahead and come around the back of the main line of the German troops formation. There. And continue to fire on them. We're going to move this guy out right now. I figured he can just go ahead and move on out. They don't have any mortar crews this time, which is nice. They just have a bunch of, I think, light howitzers or something. Light howitzers or something like that. Very similar to what I have, or exactly the same as what I have. 1 and 2. But these guys decided to run at me. I guess they ran out of ammo or something. They're just coming at me. Completely over there. So I'm going to have to move these guys around over here. And I still have reinforcements coming on in, as you can see. But I don't think these guys are going to ever join the battle over here. I did have these reinforcements join, so I'm going to bring them around. And we mostly took care of the 2 German units that were on that left-hand side. So now we're going to continue to move these guys around here to continue to wipe out the edges of the battle, of the army, and their formation that they have. They pretty much do nothing. Anyway. They're just continuing to sit there and absorb the shots from my artillery. They have sent in some of their troops now. So, as you can see. But besides that, the rest of them are just continuing to sit there. They did send their general's unit at me right there. I think they just died. Or no, actually, their general's unit is off to the side there. That was their last cavalry unit or something like that. That was coming at me, charging me. And seemed light the last breath of theirs. And I do not end up moving up my front line, I don't think, on this battle at all. Because I didn't feel like I needed to. Oh, never mind. Well, not all of them, at least. I know that. So we're going to go ahead and turn off my artillery here. Or try to select them all, at least. I had a little bit of trouble doing that, I guess. We're going to have them all fire on one guy. A little bit of an overkill, right? As they're doing some pretty massive damage to their infantry line. Since they don't have any trenches built or anything like that. This one group of Germans was coming at me from that left flank there. I noticed that was where I was weak. Well, it's no big deal that they were coming at hurting me over there. I can go ahead and just move more of my other forces over there to take care of them. And we've pretty much mopped up the battle by now. As you can see, the balance bar has swung pretty far in our favor now, and everybody's pretty much retreating. And I'm just going to go ahead and order them all forward right at the last moment to go ahead and take everybody on out. And they are still marching one of their units forward, surprisingly. This, they still have one artillery unit there. And now he's gone. And it ends up being a decisive victory. So, the Germans were not able to take back Cleves. And here we are in my turn. And that was the Austria-Hungary that had attacked me in the last episode there. So I might need to take that place back pretty soon. That's a university, so they're stopping me from researching any technologies there. So we're going to go ahead and move our troops over here to Strasbourg to go ahead and reinforce that area. And we want to go ahead and put all the units in there that need to be replenished. So we're going to do that right here. And fiddle around with trying to get all the correct units in each one. And that wasn't too hard, right? As we continue to further enforce Paris and Rhines, I think is how you say that. Because as you can see, there's that Austro-Hungarian army right there. I might need to protect Belgium later on. But they do have the one Italian army that's right there. They are suffering from attrition. They're in the Alps. So I don't know why they're in the Alps over there. They end up just all passing away, dying. Too much attrition. So I'm thinking about moving this army out pretty soon as I go ahead and recruit some more troops for it. I'd like to fill it up completely before I go ahead and move them on out, because they can go ahead and help me conquer the rest of Italy there, or at least the top of Italy. And maybe they'll go ahead and then surrender after that. That'd be nice. And we're building more ships over here to go ahead and take care of. I think we saw last turn that Italy has gone ahead and actually threatened my trade routes with some of their ships, some of their navy. So I'm going to go ahead and move this guy right here so we can go ahead and take on that little army right there. But apparently you had to go ahead and go around the bridge and everything, so he wasn't in range. So we're going to go ahead and move these guys on up to take care of them instead. And they end up retreating. Well, we end up taking them on, and we're going to auto-resolve it. I wasn't sure if this would give me a victory or not, but I didn't check to see if it was a very bad victory. You know, how many troops I lost and everything like that. But I could go ahead and easily put them back on in the city to get replenishment, so it really didn't matter, I guess. And we're going to go on to the next turn here pretty soon. First, we're going to go ahead and look at where everybody else is. And that's where the Austrian-Hungarian army is. And I cannot rebuild that runway yet. I have to go ahead and wait till next turn. I need more money. So I was checking how much it costs. Almost right there. It was 528. I was at 518. And now Italy's moving around with their troops right there. And I think they just attacked. I just attacked. Another one of their boats attacked me, but I auto-resolved it and they died that time. So that gets rid of their boats. And now here I am getting attacked on one of my cities. And we're just going to go ahead and set up my troops in the lines over here. And I do have reinforcements coming that I can bring on in. And this was back at Strasbourg or whatever, I think. And this is the Germans trying to take back their city. But they did not have a whole lot of men in their army. So I figured I'd just go ahead and put all my troops in the buildings. And then hold the town and everything, okay? And we have our reinforcements coming in from the side there. The reinforcements are going to go ahead and bug out, so they weren't that really much of that help. These guys are fine, but it's the guys behind them that are, as you can see, they're already on the battlefield. But a good group of them are already stuck in the back there, and they're not fully on the battlefield, and they're kind of unsure of what they should do or whatever, you know. They're just going to continue to march straight on through. And even off of the battlefield at one point almost, I think. They kind of bugged out, I think, is what it was that happened. So we're going to go ahead and get our lines situated. And they are too bunched up on that those buildings over there. And that's right where I realized I couldn't move that one unit. I was like, they bugged out on me. And this is why they bugged out. Because this little group over here that could not get onto the battlefield, they were stuck on the lines of death, the red line of death, and you got these two guys that are, I don't know, they're doing like a little ballerina move or something, I don't know. They were just spinning around in circles. So with those guys, I can go ahead and take on out their general unit there. And use these guys to go ahead and flank the rest of their units over there too. As they approach my units that are in the buildings. And all. And it's okay to go ahead and stay in the buildings when you're just dealing with an infantry fight. It provides cover for your units and everything. But if they have certain types of light mortars and everything like that in the way of artillery, then best not to stay in the buildings. Those will go ahead and blow up, you know. It's kind of interesting to see the buildings blow up on you. And here's this one unit firing at those guys, and this is the as you can still see the other unit marching across the battlefield there. I think they are getting a little caught up on the Germans there once they walk right on through them. I don't even know if the AI even realized that they were there. Responded to them or anything like that, you know? So, we are getting pretty close to their general over here and their artillery unit. And I think one of their artillery units is the general. So, we're going to go ahead and have them take on those guys out. Take those guys on out. And there's that... Yeah, they're not even getting fired on, it looks like it. No. Interesting. Okay. And just continuing to march. Just keep marching. Whatever. And this is right about the time where I decided to speed this up because I was pretty much going to win. The only reason I played this one was because the balance bar was not in my favor. And we all know how the auto-resolves are on this mod. When the balance bar is not in your favor, or even when it is in your favor, you may still lose. So, it did not help me out. So I had to decide to play this in the end, even though that would have been a quick, easy one. And I still had my reinforcements bug out on me. There. I still just marching across the battlefield, and we are just going to zoom on into them there. A few minutes here. There we go. And it's just marching along.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
And then I end the battle, or then I win. So I do defend the city. They don't end up managing to take it back from me. And we're gonna go ahead and get rid of these Italians over here. So we're gonna go ahead and put these guys in range for being able to reinforce. And I debated on fighting this one actually, but decided to auto-resolve it. They did have a machine gun bunker, and I didn't know how much that would actually hurt me, so I still ended up winning, thankfully. So I guess they just didn't have enough men besides that to go ahead and cause me any harm. And we didn't manage to take out the machine gun bunker there. And then we finished them off after that. Okay? And now we're going to plan the rest of our attack to go ahead and take care of the rest of Italy. And move them off the map. But first I do want to go ahead and move that one army back so I can go ahead and replenish my troops. And we're also going to go ahead and look up at Clive's and repair all the buildings over there. And we need to go ahead and attack that one German force that's over there too. It's behind my lines. And for the small town there too. But as you can see, this is German force right here. These guys, I'm going to go ahead and have to take them out next turn. But we're going to have to do some configuring before we do that. And just prepare all my troops to go ahead and go in there. We have to go ahead and combine a bunch of these guys. So I just decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and combine everybody. Which I think I could have just hit Control M. But I didn't do that. So instead I wanted to do it the long way. By just re-maneuvering everybody, you know? And we're going to bring these guys on up, or a few of them on up, to go ahead and support. Because that... oh, they did. I just noticed that now. Yeah. Brussels was taken by Austria-Hungary. Oh, no. Well, I need to go ahead and take that back. I keep on getting behind my lines. I should just set some guys there just to leave there permanently. And now we're going to go ahead and put this cargo ship back at the trading post over here. That we can take on back. Since Italy tried to take it from us. Which they have quite a few men there at that one island over there. But we also have the other island there. But not too many men at that one. I forget what those islands are called in the middle of Italy. Or off to the side of Italy in the Mesopotamia. And, excuse me, not Mesopotamia, but in the ocean there. And we're just finishing up buying a few more buildings in a few of these places, beefing up my economy. And then we're going to go ahead and attack these guys. This is right where I decided, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and combine all these troops to go ahead and move on in, because I want this place taken now. And we're spent doing that for the rest of this turn here. So hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. All right, bye-bye now.